Hey there, my name is the Sea Hobo and I stream on Twitch. If you want to figure out how to set up your stream and customize it with custom images, with branding and overlays, do you want to do it for free or on a budget? This is the video for you to watch. Here's an example of some of the things that you can do. As you can see at the top here, it says the Sea Hobo. I made this image myself and I imposed it over top of the stream. Also, you can see I have a fish stick, I have a pickle, and I have a potato, as well as I have my camera set up in the corner. But behind my camera, you can see it has a green screen. Although in real life, I don't actually have a green screen. I'm using a free app, doesn't use up much computer resources, and you can do it too if you keep watching. Also, I hate to say it, but I am making this video in the hopes of finding some new subscribers. So please subscribe, hit that like button if you like, or if you find any of the tips that I'm about to say helpful. My first tip is only going to apply to people that have an NVIDIA graphics card. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, then try using NVIDIA Broadcast. It is a free app. You can get it, I believe, just through the Microsoft Store. You download this free app, and under effects, it will have background removal as an option. If you choose the background removal effect and add it, you can choose the performance issue. And as you can see, even though it's the performance version, it still works pretty good. After you select or download this app and select this effect, then you can go to your OBS or streaming software, and instead of choosing your camera as the input for your camera, you choose the NVIDIA Broadcast. It should say NVIDIA and then the name of your camera. And if you use that as an input for your camera instead of using your camera just by default, then you can use this effect in OBS with no problem at all, and it should work for both OBS and Streamlabs. To show you how I selected that, I'm going to go into my sources in OBS, go down to my video capture device. I'm going to double click on my video capture device, and at the top here, you can see that there's a drop down menu for your device. You go down and you select NVIDIA Broadcast. However, I just want to show you something. If you do have your camera running and you have Streamlabs or OBS or whatever you're using running beforehand, then you go to select NVIDIA. It's not necessarily going to work every time. Sometimes you're going to lose the camera image. And if you do, just close Streamlabs. Make sure that NVIDIA Broadcast, the camera, is set up and running in the background before you select it as an option in Streamlabs. You do not want to have your camera set up as by default before switching over to the NVIDIA Broadcast, because sometimes you can't get the image up. It's just the order of things. So before you open your OBS or your Streamlabs, you should always have NVIDIA Broadcast set up first, like this. And then you can minimize it, switch over to your OBS, and once your OBS turns on, as long as you have NVIDIA set up as your camera source, it should work just fine. Tip number 2 will show you how to turn yourself into a potato. Just kidding. But seriously, you can turn yourself into a potato with this tip. So let's just show you how you can set it up so that you have a left eye, a right eye, and a mouth on top of an image like this. First, you have to find the image that you want. For me, I needed to have an image of a potato as well as have it imposed on a green screen. The image of the potato that I found was like this. So what I had to do is right click and open with Microsoft Paint. After I went to Microsoft Paint, I was able to go over here and select the freeform tool, which allowed me to outline the potato. I'm not going to do a great job here, but you could spend more time on it when you're working on it. And then once I have the ability to pull the image of the potato off of the thing, I can right click again, cut it so that I have the image of the potato, and then open my image of my green screen. Don't save. And then I can right click and paste the image of the potato. Now that I have the image of the potato, I can take this image and I can apply it into OBS. So once I go and add it in OBS, let's open OBS over here. So I can go into OBS and I can add as a source an image. Let's go in, add source. Let's add a new one. Let's go image test, add source. I can click browse, and then from browse, I can select the image that I want. So let's go into pictures. Let's find the image that we just made. Oops, we got to save it first. Go file, save as, JPEG. In here, save. Oops, it already exists. So let's go no. Go 23232323, save. Now we can go back to OBS. Let's close there. Where's OBS? Go back to OBS and we can select the image that we made. It's this ugly looking one right here. Okay. Then we select done. So now that we have this image, we have a problem, right? We could see the green screen. So the way to get rid of the green screen is to go find the image, which it's here, image test. Here, let's get this out of the way. Here, image test. Let's right click on that. And then after we right click on it, we can go to filters. Then go to edit filters. And then add filter. Now, in the add filter, we can scroll down to the color key and add that. Now you can see that the green screen disappears. So let's go close. Now we can see that we have an image of a potato cutout. Now, if you do a better job than me, you won't have any green. All of these have green around them, except for this one, because I did a better job on this one. But all of these have green around them because of the way that I made them in Paint. Last but not least, since we have already established how to set up the image of the potato, I want to show you how to set up your eyes and your mouth. First off, let me tell you that when you open Streamlabs, the eyes might not show up. If you have 3 cameras set up in OBS, there's a chance that you might have to double click on the cameras, each one, double click, and then wake it up. But once you double click on the sources and wake them up, they should just wake up. Now I can't show you the Potato Riley with the way that I set up Potato Riley, because if I switch over to that scene, you won't be able to see what I'm doing anymore. So what I'll do instead is I'll set it up from scratch. So I'm going to start by making a folder. Let's call it Potato Riley New. Potato Riley New. Right? So now that we have Potato Riley New, I'm gonna add some sources to it. So we're gonna select image, add source, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna find our potato source, which I think is Potato Riley. Boom. So we're gonna add the source. So now we have our potato, which we are gonna put in our folder. So we're gonna put it in Potato Riley New. Now we're going to go and add a video capture device. Add the source. And I've already set up left eye, so I'm going to add the source. Oops, maybe I haven't set it up. But I'm going to add another one as well. So let's go video capture device, add source, right eye, add source. And we're also going to add a third one. Add source. Let's go make a new one here, because you have to have 3 separate sources. You can't just reuse the same source 3 times, because if you resize it, it's going to resize them all. You have to set up the same camera as 3 individual sources in order to resize and shape it the way that you want to. So this one here, we're going to call mouth. Add source. Let's pick this one right here. and close. Oh, you can see that the source itself is not working. So you know what? Let's go and add a source. Let's go mouth. Add source. Interesting. You got to understand that Streamlabs and OBS are not perfect softwares. So if you do fall into the problem where, you know, a source doesn't add up, usually the answer is to close OBS and open it back up. But for now, let me just show you how to resize these ones because I don't want to close OBS and restart to fix this problem. Well, oh, look, it actually did show up. You can see here, we do have 3 different camera instances, and they all have the background removed because I chose the NVIDIA. Now you're going to wonder, how the heck am I going to make that into an eyeball shape so that it only shows my eyeball? How do I make this one into my right eyeball? Make this one into a mouth? Well, that's pretty easy. You have to hold Alt for resizing. So before I get my thing here to resize it, I have to hold Alt. Then I can actually bring it all the way up so that it's under my eye. I can bring this one down so that it's over my eye. I can shape this side size so it is to the left or to the right of my eye, and this one to the left. Then all I have to do is make it bigger. All right, let's make it bigger. That. And let's make the potato bigger. That. That eye might just be a little bit too big. Let's make it smaller. All right, so I'm not going to do it for all 3 cameras, but now you can see I clearly have an eyeball. So I can do this repeat this process for the right eyeball, and I can repeat this process for the mouth. And once I'm finished, everything should be in the same folder. So if I put them all in the same folder, so let's select each one. So boom, boom, and boom. I can say add a group. So put them all in the folder. Let's go potato test. Done. And then I can go, close this. I can go to the folder and I can resize it however I want. So see how everything gets resized together? Oops, it looks like I didn't put the right potato in there. But once everything's in the folder, you should be able to resize it. No problem. If I switch over, oh, yeah, if I can't switch over to potato Riley or else you can't see it. But once you have it to the size you want, all you have to do is go over here and then you can lock it down. And then it can't be changed. And you can move everything all together. So as you can see, if I move one thing, they all move together. If I resize one thing, they all resize together. And that's it. That's how you set that up. Maybe just to be thorough, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So once everything's resized so that you're a potato, just like me, you can live your potato self. Here's what the folder should look like. You can see mine's named Potato Hopo. My right eye, I have my left eye, and I have my mouth, which I just named Video Capture Device 22. And then I have the potato picture, which is Potato Riley. As you can remember, I had set that up so that it's just a potato with a green screen behind it. I set up the filter that we did earlier, which is just basically the chroma color. So let's open that up. Go to filters, edit filters, and then you can see it's the color key. And the color key, once selected and added, should just automatically erase the background of the image as long as you have it on top of a green screen image. Anywho, that is my 3 tips to building your own cool little image and background stuff for your stream. I hope that was helpful. I hope that's a nice, easy, and free way for you to customize your stream and make funny and fun things so that it people can have an easier time enjoying watching you play video games like they watch me sometimes. Once again, please subscribe if you could, even just a pity subscribe. And if you want to, you can go and add me on Twitch. I'm just the Sea Hobo on Twitch, and you can watch me play, see what me become a potato sometimes.